Bright suns, brick fans, and welcome back to another episode of Building Batuu, Galaxy's Edge in Lego. Coming up on today's episode, I've been working really hard on finishing off the circular flooring for Dok Ondar's that we started last week. I've been doing some work on the entrance and the holocron shelving. Plus, I have also started work on the inner walls, which is really strengthening up that whole building and bringing it together. If you guys have any questions or comments on today's episode, please feel free to drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear from all of you. There's plenty to get through on today's episode, so let's jump right in to the entranceway. Okay, so here we are with the entranceway. You have seen the doorway, obviously, in previous episodes. There it is, the little doorway. But this paneling I have created in the last couple of episodes and now connected. I've also just strengthened up this area in here because it was a bit flimsy and kept sort of coming off. So I have sort of fixed that bit up. But here you go, you can see the front top paneling has got the same type of bend at exactly the same position as these ones. So that will mean I can actually sort of tilt these in a little bit to create that kind of domed effect. I also have dropped these little slopes in here behind it so I can obviously bend it over, plus then I've added a few of these kind of tiles in here also. So this is pretty much it. I've added in the extra level for the flooring too, and here is just a couple of floor plates left. I will actually tile off this area also, but that will actually be the floor height that matches up with the circular flooring now as well. I'm going to add in a few little bits and pieces so that I can have some more, maybe some snot pieces, and that's just so I can add a few antiques and relics into this area as well. And that I think will just break up the wall a little bit and make it look pretty cool. So yeah, this is basically the entrance wall, and it's going to continue up like this and then actually come out. There's like a jut out where it meets the ceiling. So there you go. And then that area, that basically has to sit in this area here. I do have to just add, connect it up to that piece and just add a little bit of the flooring in that position. And here it is now in position. So here we are, we're going to jump into a little time lapse now of the flooring, the outer flooring for Dok Ondar's. This is a continuation of the circular flooring from last week. Using a similar technique with clips and slopes obviously here to create that curved shape. This will then fit in between the walls and the circular piece that is already in place from last week. So here it is, just being put into position, just slotting it in there. At the moment it does just kind of fit in there, it sits in pretty snug, but what I am going to be doing now is just getting a few little round pieces. I've got to add these additional pieces on the side, these 1x1 rounds. They keep it in position with the small gaps that you can see, and it just holds it in place now so it doesn't really move around all that much. And then it's just a matter of going back along with these slopes and filling in the spots. This is also for the centerpiece, just adding in that little Technic brick just to hold it in place. Now also fitting the other side here, just that little gap. And now I'm just going back and fitting out the pillars as well, just to make sure that they're in spot and can work around the tiles. I've also had to work in Dok Ondar's little caged area here, and as well as the lightsaber table where they basically sell everything, the counter I guess, with the little Dianoga in there. So this is the finished flooring now. I'm pretty happy with the look overall. You can see a few of those snot pieces which will either hold minifigures, or I will actually get some tiles to put over the top of that. You can see in this shot I have kind of adjusted a few little things, and I've also put Dok Ondar in there just so you guys can get an idea of what it's going to look like. That's it for the flooring. Now let's get on to the inner walls. Here we are working through the inner walls on this little time lapse. Basically, with the inner walls, the idea is to really solidify the building and give some structure to those outer cladding panels. Plus, also, I need to consider the fact that these inner walls actually need to have things coming off them, kind of like all of his relics and his antiques and the helmets and the heads of Nexus and all this sort of stuff. So I've got to kind of think in advance of how that is all going to play out. And that's why you can see sort of me building in some of these random snot pieces. There are some panels, mainly in this section I'm working on at the moment, which is going to be behind the stairway, and there's actually going to be like a little balcony that runs right around the ring of this. So there's kind of like this inner wall that runs up, and then, yeah, as I say, the balcony that sort of hangs off and runs right around. So it's been quite difficult, just a lot of round walls, working with round flooring and all of these different angles. But I do think I'm starting to make some headway with it finally, and hopefully we can bring it all together in the next couple of weeks. There you go, Brick fans. That pretty much wraps up another episode of Building Batuu. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be still focusing on just finishing off that Dok Ondar's. Hopefully we get that one finished so I can start moving on to some of the other sections. I will be bringing out a midweek video for the next few weeks that is just touching on some of the other sections of Batuu, which I'm really excited about because it means that I can look at a few different parts of the area and see what I can do in the droid depot and just some of the other areas around Batuu. Coming up on the channel, I'm going to be doing my first ever live stream on Tuesday. I'm going to be building my dream set. I picked it up today. I am super stoked to get in and build it, and hopefully all of you guys can join me. Set that reminder so you don't forget. Make sure you jump on next Sunday to watch Building Batuu. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all of my new subscribers on YouTube, plus all of my new followers on Instagram. It's great having you guys along for the journey. I'm really excited about some of the content I'm going to be bringing you guys in the very near future. If you haven't already and you are still watching till the end of this video, I do suggest that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of the content coming up on the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, give me a like, and you guys can also follow me on Instagram, on Flickr and Facebook. And until next time, as they say in Batuu, till the spire, and may the bricks be with you.